Manic's the name and speeds my game, and welcome back. We are back with another Powerpuff Girls video. Listen, I know I've been let's not even talk about that. Listen, I know we've been doing the Dragon Ball Z and My Little Pony on here, just switch it up a little. But anyways, one of my subscribers requested me to do this. So listen, if you watching this is probably gonna be one of those Burbujuda 2007. What, that's your social security number, bro? Listen, make sure you grab you a snack, bro. How's your day going, man? I hope you're doing good. Hope your family doing good and everything, man.
You do this every single time we do a video. Just start the freaking video already,
I'm
man.
about to get into it. Calm down, bro.
Darkness that brought it close to extinction so many. Till we meet again, guys.
Even in art, Powerpuff Girls AU called Powerpuff Girls Repowered TCX Timeline. What, TLC? Let me chill. Alright, so we got this. Is created by
Ryerson.
Why are you so slow?
Ryerson.
Yeah. Esther Ryerson. Oh yeah. I'm calling Ryzen, like boy out of my face. What is this? Alright. So there's gonna be a lot of reading. So if y'all chilling, like grab y'all snacks, grab you a water, grab you some cookies, or hey, be healthy. Grab some grapes, a banana, and an apple, man, because there's gonna be a lot of reading from this one. I've seen, bro. All right, putting the power back in Powerpuff Girls. Official tagline. This is my personal take and view. Remake, restart, or alternate universe of the original Powerpuff Girls TV series. From 1998 is how it prologues into my independent continuation, which starts with the Rewrote Boys story, aka the Rewrote Boys movie. So this is an alternate universe because the Powerpuff Girls, we never had a Rewrote Boys movie. Okay, hold on. And then into the joint unity that is Team Chemical X afterwards. The 2010 reboot of the series is not included, nor the anime reimagining Powerpuff Girls Z, both which are considerably non-canon and disconnected from the original 1980 series, which given how differently they are, along with the fact that I personally disapprove of them, with sole exception of the Powerpuff Girls Z. I ain't gonna lie, Powerpuff Girls Z was decent. Yeah, it was decent, like he said, was decent enough despite its own changes and mistakes. Yet it's still considerably non-canon and unrelated to the 1980 series, given its own major differences. So he's only changing up the the original show, the original. All right. As such, this view pre-sequel, remake, restart, debut to my entire Team Chemical X band are based on my own personal views, opinions on how the original 1998 series was, how it was presented and how it worked originally and what didn't. For context, some bad episodes from the first 4 seasons are removed, while 4 others are changed around. The same applies to some good episodes in certain areas, such as the Rewrote Boys characters in the last 2 seasons. For example, among the other things of each episode, all removed episodes will be mentioned, but marked along with my reasons as why I do not count them in the Team Chemical X timeline. Season 5 and Season 6, however, are both merged into one season, with all bad or easily ignorable, forgettable episodes from both seasons removed. They will not be mentioned on the list. All the good ones is kept, some left unchanged, and some altered. The major of the original canon and plot of each episode and season remains intact, despite the changes implemented. Notice that DC, IDW, and Dynamic Entertainment Comics, Detective Comics books are not included in this. So so basically the Powerpuff Girls are not included. They're not included because the Powerpuff Girls are only comic book characters, even though they're canon to the series. I cannot figure out where to place them in the timeline. And is it generally accepted that their placement in the canon is debatable, if not questioned? The Dace-paced CGI special is also disregarded from this. Okay, so basically the anniversary The anniversary episode is taken out of this. That came before the main. Also, you talk about the whoop-ass girls before, like, their plot series. Alright. So, we gonna be reviewing all of these, and I'm gonna give my opinion on some of these. I'm just read them. If I don't have an opinion, I'm just gonna keep going. Beginning. The Powerpuff Girls movie. Oh, that makes sense. It low-key makes sense to have the Powerpuff Girls movie as the first episode, because that's how the girls were born. Changing the narrator's opening dialogue, use the lines from the comic book adaptation instead. It sounds, bro, I'm sounding like I'm reading patch notes to a video game. Like, the game got a huge 10 gigabyte patch. The city of Townsville stinks. I don't know why you even bother coming here. If I were, I'll go home now, for Townsville has been robbed. Robbed of all hope. I mean, what do you do when this dutified, too so good, do nothing but do nothing? Oh yeah, my reading, bro. I be reading good off camera, but when it comes to reading on camera, I be doing bad. But I can't blame them, for they have simply become consumed to the debt of unsavory deeds. But there is a man of science. Everything else remains unchanged afterwards from the original movie. Miss Balin's face is now visible. This is a passive change, so every episode she's in is her face is now visible, basically. I personally believe the trope has run its course and is no longer effective today. True. Adding an extra dialogue during the go bump blah 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 gateway for okay, has brothers in arms forming a chain of command that will reach out and take hold of your world, bringing it tumbling down. After that part, Mojo says, "Now that's a stretch." After so he basically changed the scene, because I remember when Mojo had all these army of monkeys, they all had their own brain and they wanted to rule the world. And I think one of them was saying something that's like, okay, bro, that's going too far now. Okay, after blah, blah, blah. Side note, the movie is the opening special episode of first season. In terms of listening via streaming on demand services. So he basically saying if he was to make the Powerpuff Girls. Alright, basically labeled as Season 0 or Episode 101 in the Season 1 pack on iTunes and others, for example. On Blu-ray and DVD releases, the movie will be in a separate disc, either sold separately or packed with a... Bro, okay, I can understand you changing that. Bro, he's literally... half of this I don't have to read. Alright. Okay, cool. Alright, episode 1, season 1, late September. So he really, this is basically, if this dude was to make the whole entire Powerpuff Girls, he changed everything, bro, for it. Like, he explains how he has everything for it. He explains everything, bro. Like, this is why the shit is so really long, because, like, he explaining really everything. He explained it with, he was the creator of the Powerpuff Girls, but he just changes things. Right, so episode 1 is unchanged inside. Episode 2, Powerpuff Bluff. The Bluffs don't get the Powerpuff Girl costumes from inside their shared jail cell. Instead, they find them elsewhere. Remove Dexter's cameo in Pokio's kindergarten. Ah, come on, bro. That's kind of like the Cartoon Network universe. I would have kept that. Nah, we were more or less than the same crew working on a Dex, PBG, Sam Jack, and we were just fucking around. Outside of the Justice Friends crossover and the maybe TV Muppets, or no shared MCU style universes exist. So this is just the Powerpuff Girls. They don't exist in any other universe. This is just their own standalone universe. So they ain't gonna cross over with other characters like, you know, Grim, Manny, or Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack. No, it's just the Powerpuff Girls, buddy. Chris Battle. In making these shows, we never thought in the terms of what universe in the show took place in. We threw in characters from other shows simply for fun. There was no deeper meaning from any of it. Oh, so this is what Craig McQuire said about that. He just put that in there. Dexter's actual age is 8 years old. He's supposed to be in elementary school, not in kindergarten. Ah, okay, makes sense. Because if he was in kindergarten, this nigga would have been 5 years old. At the end of when the mayor jokes about sending the real Powerpuff Girls back to jail for breaking out to defeat the fake Bluffs, He doesn't say, "I'm serious." Instead, he acknowledges his own mistakes and clears their records. So he just fixing mistakes in some episodes. Right, episode 3/4, Monkey See, Doggy Do. Remove the clatter damage caused by the girls during their search around the museum for clues. Yeah, I mean, they were doing more damage than helping. Mojo was able to keep it neat and clean during his heist of the dog head, aside from smashing the glass that held the jewels. So why should the girls be allowed to tear apart the museum and destroy innocent? That's kind of like he's a villain. He should be doing that then if the girl's doing it. The unnamed Japanese. All the other people were reclothed, so why not him? Exactly. They did him dirty. Side note, though Bubbles can talk to animals in addition to speaking Spanish, it is likely that at this point in the chronology that her unique ability hasn't sprouted. Reduce the professor stuttering when he meets Sedusa for the first time while she was disguised as Mrs. Goodlady. I swear I would do good at, bro. I'm like, bro, I would do bad at popcorn reading, bro. Same for the unnamed woman who comes into the episode at the end with the pie, including her introduction and about Sedusa. There was no canonical instance where the girls fought Sedusa for the first time and where she had to identify herself to them. So I might as well make this episode her grand introduction. Episode 5, Alter Evil. Adjust the scene where him reveals his trick to Bubbles. Bubbles wonders what is going on and him identifies himself to her. There was no canonical instance where the girls fought him for the very first time and where he had to identify himself to them. So I might as well make this episode his grand reintroduction. Same for Sedusa. Episode 6, Gaze Fight. What? Yeah. My reading. I'm cutting half of these out. During the start of the episode after Slime messed up. Oh, so this is the Amoeba Boys. The Amoeba Boys. Okay. Like the Amoeba Boys, not the Green Grain Gang. I was the Amoeba Boys. But they're not really a threat. After Slime messed up on his thief for orange from the fruit stand, and Boss Man called the girls over, and he introduces himself along with his gang to the girls and announced their crime. There's no canonical instance where the girls fought the Amoeba Boys for the very first time and where they had to identify themselves to them. So I might as well make this episode their grand reintroduction. Okay, so you gonna say this for every character we first see for the first time? During the laboratory scene after the girls got sick, they tell the professor about the Amoeba Boys, who they were and what they look like, which caused the professor to hypnotize about the disease outbreak. Fun fact, the original episode foretold the COVID-19 pandemic. Yep, was a lot more optimistic about it. Crazy work. That's funny. Like that literally, I ain't know that episode basically predicted COVID-19. All right, let's see how you did. Episode 7, Butter Crush. Episode 7, Butter Crush improves Grumber's fake girl's voice to make it sound much better than the original. His fake voice would sound perfect like Buttercup's voice, but with more approved attitude to help fool the girls. As such as Bubbles' attitude also adjusts along with Blossom's. Side note, after the episode, Buttercup would have learned her lesson. The dangers of pedophiles and groomers. Side note 2, Akira Cup would never have been canon because of Ace's actions and Buttercup's disgust of him for said actions. Side note 3, unlike him and Amoeba Boys, the girls are already encountered the Green Gang before in the prequel movie. Same for Fuzzy Lumpkins. Okay, so these episodes are unchanged, both of these. Okay, episode 10. No, I'm not even reading that. The unnamed little girl during the memory scenes will look more than Barbaria from the run-of-the-mill girls, while still keeping her outfit from that era. She will no longer have stubby legs and feet, while having more human-like head shape with normal-shaped eyes, yet still look rather similar to Blossom in a perspective. Yeah, I ain't like that. Like, they low-key made the character just look a lot like Blossom, a bug-eyed freak. Episode 11, Unchanged. I ain't gonna read ones that say Unchanged. Alright, side note. The girls do realize about the Green Gang's deception actions later on and apologize to the mayor. It won't be displayed, but will be mentioned later on. Swapped out the talking dog for a random person smoking cigarettes who was causing the traffic jam. Yeah, bro. Bubbles was causing animal cruelty, bro. She was beating up Brian's brother. It didn't make sense for having him drive a car in the first place. Plus, he didn't deserve to be massacred by Bubbles when she went berserk. I mean, it's a cartoon. I ain't gonna really look into it, bro. It's a cartoon, man. Blossom and Buttercup wouldn't have been calm and patient with Bubbles' rampage and instead be rather angry at her. They would have tried to stop her. They had tried to stop Bubbles, but she would escape and continue her rampage like originally. The citizens would complain and demand the mayor to do. Okay, I'm fucking with these okay, I see what, okay, I like these changes. Because in this episode, Bubbles was crashing out and there was no actions toward Bubbles. Now, if all the girls were to do this, then the town would have been mad. You telling me Bubbles is doing all this? She beat up somebody for littering. Like this, I like this. I like this. He's basically fixing these episodes. Like, he's fixing these episodes, basically. That's what he's doing. I really feel like this was this person doing. Like, what? Verizon. I'm calling Verizon. Because that's how I can know this dude's name. He's fixing these episodes. Alright. Right, they'll complain. It will also get to the professor's attention. After Bubbles beats up Mojo, she would look into the mirror and would be terrified. Yeah, because Bubbles would never want to see herself like that, though. But Bubbles would crash out, though. Like, it's like Fluttershy. Fluttershy is respectful. Bubbles is respectful. But if you push their buttons, they're gonna get mad at you. But I don't think Bubbles would want herself to get to that point because she's like, I'm not really like that. And I can still throw hands, but I don't get to that point, though. She would regret it and condemn herself. After Blossom and Buttercup call Bubbles hardcore, would say, okay, what? Okay, see, this ain't my read. See, what? They would not call her that, but call herself a monster for what has she done. Mojo is left alone throughout the rest of this. Of course, I mean, makes sense. Once back home, Bubbles would see the citizens' outrage about her actions, and she is forced to apologize. Undergoes community service for her rampage as a punishment. Basically, how Blossom. Yep, now you know how Blossom feels, Bubbles. Basically, like a very special Blossom for Bubbles since she deliberately did the crime herself. All changes were inspired by Mario Diaper, accepted by me after permission was granted. Oh, who is
Editor Manic here? I'm not gonna read this entire AU because it's pretty much just every episode, but they fixed the episodes to make it make more sense. Like an example, the episode with the clown when he got the little symbiote suit where he turned gray, they made it where at least the girls apologized, or he apologized to them, and then he did turn himself in. I didn't like in the original, they just beat the living crap out of him because that wasn't him. He got controlled by some evil symbiote to make him do all that stuff. So pretty much it's just AU changes some things. I want to get to the meat potatoes of this with the Rye Rough Boys story. So yeah, pretty much this AU is just pretty much changing up everything. And I just want to say for the creator, if they're watching this video, if they ever come up on this video, keep up the great work. I definitely like this because it had to take a lot of time and effort just to come up with these ideas, and they got inspiration from some people that I kind of know from TikTok, like Mario Dipper 20. Have you seen them in my TikTok comments? But yeah, keep up the great work. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. I definitely like it. I would love to see, like, you know, in-depth AU where the episodes I could get to see more of it more. I would love to see that. But yeah, let's get into it.
I want to be at, bro. So this entire story is based, like, this entire AU is basically fixes. They, like, it is an AU, but the whole timeline is basically the same as the show, but they do fix some episodes. They take some episodes out to make it fit and make it make sense. Like, that's what I'm getting from here. The real reason we're here for this, because this is a Ride Rough Boys arc. So this is what I want to read here. This is what I want to read. I was all the way up. I was about to read the entire thing. I ain't gonna lie, I had to skip some of that. I'm sorry. But if y'all do want to see that, I could do clips of it on TikTok and Instagram. But yeah. Alright. Payback is rough. Oh yeah, let's get it. The Ride Rough Boys fight the Powerpuff Girls for the 4th time. How many times they fight them? Hold on. So this dude do animations? Hold on. Let me chill. Okay. For the 4th time, because they fought them 2 times. I don't count that one episode. I may have skipped something in this. I might have skipped something, I think, y'all. But half of these, yeah, because they did say but I'm here for this right here, y'all. I might have skipped something. Alright. For a 4th time, after they betrayed and condemned the girls lower the fact they always cheated to win against them. Cheap explanations for their flaws, discarding them for their lack of actual strength, and following the boys' snack attack at a local convention store. When they couldn't find the girls to fight while they were pumped up by Mojo's and him's custody bout, if not frustrated or the fact. Oh, okay, this makes sense. It's like the Ride Rough Boys got motivated over them, so they went to go fight the Powerpuff Girls. I like that. That should have been an episode, actually. Other parts have been censored due to spoilers. So, what does do actually have this as an AU? The boys give up evil. I mean, yeah, he does, but does he have like this as a comic book or something? I don't know. The boys give up evil once and for all after redeeming themselves. They accept Miss King as their mother and are officially adopted by her. They are prepared in all of their outstanding past crimes and misdemeanors, clearing their records and giving them a fresh start. They become allies and friends to Powerpuff Girls. The series then transcends into Team X afterwards. Team Chemical X. I said Team X. That sounds way better to me. Alright. The Puffs and Roughs unite to save the day. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so this is what we're really here for. I'll be honest. I'll show half of what they changed. I liked it. And then we get into this. The meat and potatoes. Team X. Earlier September. The Powerpuff Girls and Ride Rough Boys officially worked together to save the city of Townsville, while also growing up to face newer things and challenge in their lives like elementary school, even love. Hold on, so we get Ride Rough Boys X. I know y'all Powerpuff Girl Ride X Boys fans are probably jumping or doing probably Fortnite dances or something, bro, after hearing that, bro. I swear. Bigger bases fan. Okay. What comes before my Team Chemical X fan series? How would I change and clean up the original series if I had the power and opportunity of a lifetime? I had to add a brand new description since the DAA erased the original thanks to our updated submission edit system for leisure. Copy the description before you edit your stuff. Okay, I don't care about that. Right, restart series. Oh, that's him. I'm gonna say he's out. Ooh. Right, upstate. Change a few details. Okay, if I had to give it a ranking, I give it a 7 out of 10. I like it. I just wish I could see that part. It's basically if he gave changes to the whole show. I didn't read all of it because that was a lot. It was basically, I was looking at patch notes of how this dude would change it, how would he fix it, how would he view the show as, and how would he do the continuity. Like, you know how my videos where I be explaining how would I do this episode, how would I work around this episode. Basically that. Half of them I did not look at because it was really long. But I mess with it, man. I mess with it. If you could, I would love to see the team cook what probably he did make a fanfic. If so, I will do another video on this. Anyways, man, if y'all mess with this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, man. We got Powerpuff Girls, My Little Pony on here, Dragon Ball Z. Most likely, probably I'll bring some Sonic content if y'all mess with that. If not, I won't. But anyways, like I always say, man, if you ain't first, then you're last.